Magic, laughs, and a little bit of mischief. Illusionist Michael Carbonaro is bringing his Lies on Stage tour to Erie. He's hosting 2 shows at Kellar's Modern Magic and Comedy Club this week, and our Gannon Zahn caught up and talked with him.
Did anything particular go behind choosing Erie for the first 2 stops on the tour, or was that more of just a spontaneous thing?
Oh, no. This isn't the first 2 stops of the tour. This is I've been touring for a long time, and it's rare that I get to do like intimate venues, like comedy club situations, but I absolutely love it. So that's what's different. I'm usually playing like theaters and performing arts centers. So the comedy club stops are few and far between. But this is amazing, obviously, because there's very few magic comedy clubs. So I love getting out to those. So I just threw one in the run.
Yeah, that's awesome. Apologies for the confusion there. I'm not sure why I was under that impression there. Must have done some poor research. So sorry about that.
It's all right.
Just about like the tour as a whole, is there anything, cool anyone from Erie can expect that might be a little particular, or just in general?
Yeah, again, what's so fun about these types of venues is, it's a pretty small house, and that's why, I do 4 shows. So there's 2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday, and you're real close up. Like there isn't a bad seat in the house, and not that when you're in the theater, we have image magnification and everything that's really great too. But like when you're there so close, there's just the energy just feels like we're hanging out together, like in a much more intimate, fun way. And it just like changes the whole vibe of the room. And it's a different kind of playful. And that's like what I love to do with magic, is like involving people and having volunteers and going out into the house and bringing people up on stage. So it's just like this really unique vibe that people will should feel excited to be like, wow, I get to like hang out with him and play together.
Yeah, that's awesome. I absolutely cannot wait. Just kind of now like a more final general question. How do you like personally go about balancing the magic and comedy in your act? Because I think it's really like wonderful how you find that like perfect balance.
Yeah. It kind of finds its own path. I sometimes it catches a flow. I'll start when I first put something up on stage. I might go a little too magically intense with it, because I'm like, I think like a magician, and I get very excited about what's going to happen. Like I'm going to borrow somebody's ring and it's going to transform, on stage into something that they don't expect. So I get all excited, like how magical that could really look. But then once I start to like play it in front of real people versus like just like working on it myself in my room, once I get out on stage, it's like naturally I'll just find these breaks for like this needed kind of like relief to keep it like in the room and keep it real. And there's just an honesty that like hits, and that's where like that's where the routines really build themselves, is in front of real people. So I don't know to answer the question, other than like I kind of follow that vibe and flow and like instinct.
That's really cool. I honestly wasn't expecting it to be such like a natural process, because of how it seems really, really refined from the outside. So that's really cool. Thanks for sharing.
It almost works opposite too. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, this is going to be really funny if I do it this way, and really funny if I do it this way. And then I'll put that up and it's not as funny as I thought, but it's actually more funny if I do it like this. So again, you really have to have, I try when I rehearse rehearse in front of invisible people, I call it. So like I can just really expect what like I would be thinking if I was watching this, or what the room is going to feel like. And I can, I'm pretty good at that, getting it together and getting it ready, but it's not until it's real people that it's like, whoa, okay, here's the vibe. So like we almost build the routines together, the audiences and I.
Carbonaro this weekend at Kellar's Magic and Comedy Club.